Happy New Year, all you filthy bitches. Welcome back to Play the Hits. How you doing, Nick?
Oh boy, I'm gonna stay classy right from the get-go, huh?
Yep. Why start 2022 any different, considering I've already tested positive for COVID, and, well, here we are back at Resident Evil 8 to
The
celebrate a viral outbreak.
funny thing is that I'm like not unconvinced I don't have the beginnings of COVID. So,
Oh, great.
like, no joke, half our factory is out with COVID, and I'm like, why don't we just put everybody on unemployment, lay everybody off? No one can do any work. Everyone's gone.
Yeah, that would make sense. So Nick, last time we played this game, we beat the big old bloated sumbitch, and I managed not to save over our existing save file this time.
Wow,
But
it's nice. It's not like you've done that 3 times with other games.
yeah, exactly. But there is a little special something that I'm gonna have to show you here in just a moment.
Sure,
Let's
sure. It's been a month. It shouldn't be difficult to find filler to talk about.
yeah, no. How was your Christmas?
Uh, 10 days. 10 days of paid vacation, and it was
Nice.
glorious.
That sounds glorious.
Oh,
I had about a week of vacation, which was great, but of course it culminated in COVID. So this week has been kind of a vacation.
yeah.
Vacation from myself.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't mind getting like COVID at this point to stay home for a week.
Yeah, the key word there being light. So with me, it was really weird. It manifested itself mostly as just kind of like sort of a obnoxious cold. So I didn't have like any severe or like life-threatening symptoms. But I gotta tell you, whereas with like your regular cold, it's like the first day's bad, the second day is a little better, third day light sniffles, and you're pretty well done with it, or at least that's how I usually get colds.
Mhm.
This one was like first day hacking cough, second day severe congestion, hacking cough, third day severe congestion, hacking cough, migraine, and it just kind of kept going like that for 5 days before I like was past the hump. And so
That is
great.
pretty much what everybody here who's had COVID has said as well.
Yeah,
It's been really consistent.
right. It's less about like this, at least with this Omicron variant. It's less about the severity of the symptoms itself and more about their persistence.
Well, I've heard that it's essentially like less bad because it doesn't get into your lungs like the other variants. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah. Fortunately, I did
fine.
not have any respiratory issues or anything of that nature, which is great. So, Nick, you're probably wondering why the hell is Chris selling the Magnum?
Farewell to arms.
Yeah, valid point. Why are you selling the Magnum?
To buy a better Magnum.
Oh, I see. To buy the golden gun.
Well,
Have a
the thing
wonderful
about this
adventure.
particular Magnum is it has infinite ammo. So,
Oh, well.
so that's pretty much. I mean,
So basically, you've been sitting on this progress long enough to where you've earned most all the unlocks, and they're just slowly creeping into this file.
If it's just
uh-huh.
window shop away.
Yeah, we're pretty. I mean, there's plenty of stuff for me still to unlock, but at the same time, I'm in good shape. The rest of this particular playthrough, you're not going to be surprised by too much, I don't think.
Nothing says survival horror like no threat whatsoever.
And selling all of your ammunition. Oh
It's
man.
not like you need to buy anything else.
No, it's not.
So, what did you play on your break, if assuming you had any time?
Well, so the parts where I wasn't feeling like shit,
suppose it's what they
I
call
played through a
the
good
beauty
chunk
of
of
the grotesque.
Saga Frontier, which, by the way,
Oh,
thank you
yeah.
for that.
Boy, gifts seem to work out pretty well because I've been absolutely loving Inscription.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's
Good.
fine. All
I've
fine.
heard nothing but good things about that game, but I am, pretty unaware of its, general concept. Or I know it's a card game, but beyond that, like, but it's more than a card game.
Correct.
Please come
Yeah. It is absolutely worth whatever Steam is asking you to pay currently, on sale or off.
Gotcha.
And it's a fun thing to just play a few hands of cards, any
Totally
given
not with a
evening.
demon. Yeah.
Maybe not. That's the great thing is yeah, and just go
Fucking
into it
goat.
without knowing anything. Did you just shoot a goat?
You see the Magnum drop that son of a bitch.
It's the second time I've seen a black goat die today, but that was
The
horrible.
second time. that one, Chris, was imminently more horrible.
Actually, that was in Inscription, but
Interesting. Yeah, so the
Oh God, we're going to
going to a part of the
Yeah.
game that progresses pretty quickly anyways.
Mhm.
But with the Magnum even more so.
Didn't Heisenberg ask you to go get something so you could go to his strange science palace?
Correct. We are on our way to get the last piece of our daughter, and in doing, we will then get to Heisenberg's factory of laughs.
Okay,
His
the laugh
words, not
factory.
mine.
Slaughter cures everything. Laughter cures everything.
Didn't the Joker have a line like that? Damn it.
It was painted on the truck that he was driving in the Dark Knight.
Oh, in the Dark
yes,
Knight,
very
that's right.
good.
Yeah. Ooh, I shot that guy in the dick. Which I'm told
Hey.
is the last thing you want to do in a werewolf situation.
Is it? I mean, I imagine it's pretty universal. It works, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's generally frowned upon.
Hey, speaking of things people watched a million years ago, I finally got around to watching most of The Mandalorian.
I thought you were going to say the January 6th insurrection.
Yeah. Did you hear about the attack on the Capitol? This sounds horrible. Why is no one talking about
Right?
it?
Why are people such assholes? But no, okay. So the Mandalorian. What were your thoughts?
I simultaneously liked and hated it.
Okay, that's about what I might expect from you.
You can probably see where I'm gonna go with it, and you're just shooting werewolves, so you know you're a no threat here.
No, I am absolutely the threat here.
I enjoyed everything that was not Star Wars in it. You know, like
Which is a surprising amount.
Well, it doesn't. Not really until you get to like episodes like 4, 5, and 6, where it can, you know, it's like standalone narratives, I guess. Like
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3 was kind of leaning into the Star Wars stuff. But...
Sure, I mean it's kind of set the scene, but then yeah, you're right. I really like kind of the gunslinger, almost Western feel of the episodic tales. That's where I feel the series is at its strongest. So I'm totally with
Well,
you.
yeah, it really has that feel of like the 1970s kind of sci-fi things, like
Yeah.
you know, like Buck
Which is
Rogers.
great because how long?
Yeah.
Like I like Star Wars by and large, but how long has it been since Star Wars has actually been good sci-fi?
Right. Well, because Star Wars just keeps telling the same story
Right,
over and over.
and like I said, I'll readily admit even that because as much as I love the series, and particularly the sequel trilogy, just couldn't have felt less like the classic sci-fi that inspired it. You know, it was more like, you know, how up our ass can we get with the Jedi mythos? Which, forgive me, but the Jedi have become like the least interesting part of Star Wars because they've taken all the mystery out of them.
Yeah, it's almost like George Lucas didn't think that through very much when he first wrote it, and it was just
Yeah.
a side note, right?
The Mandalorian is blessedly sparse on the Jedi, and that's and as a result, they're actually cooler for it because, you know, the only times they actually show up in the series, it's kind of a big deal.
I guess I've not gotten to that point, but yeah,
It's not until season 2. They go a whole like season and a half before you ever even hear the word Jedi.
But I mean, yeah, that's the thing for me though. Like, if you just strip out all the Star Wars stuff,
This must be
that's what I liked.
Yeah.
I think I just watched the Prison Break episode before we
That's a
started
good
doing
one.
this tonight. That
That's
was great.
The
It had
one
nothing
where
to do with
he's-
Star Wars, and it was wonderful.
when you come to the episode where he's trapped on a ship with a bunch of assholes, let me know, because that's probably my favorite episode in the entire
People keep
series.
talking about that. And I thought that's what I just watched. Actually.
Oh, is that the okay? I was thinking of something different, but
but yeah. So, but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. That was fun.
these
and that's
guys
kind
are
of
dead.
Oh no. they're just gonna get mowed down. Yeah, you're switching to the shotgun. I see.
Oh! All right. Helps if you actually have a bullet ready to go, Chris. They knocked me off my perch.
I thought it said shotgun. Why is it blowing up?
It's a grenade launcher.
Okay, I must have misread that.
By the way, we also have infinite grenades. Oh,
just
shit.
assume.
Did I just die?
Oh, I really thought so.
I think I am dead. No,
No,
okay.
you were at like full health.
No, I wasn't at full health, but they gave me a... They cut me a break there. Alright, so, turns out infinite ammo doesn't necessarily mean invincibility.
The trick is to
fuck's
drop
sake.
their HP quicker than they drop yours.
If you can't tell, it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since I played this, too, so I'm a little sloppy. Why did I ever switch to the... to
I
the
like when you
grenade
have
launcher?
unlimited ammo is when all of a sudden you start shooting everyone in the head.
Yeah, right?
You know, and then when it doesn't matter in any capacity.
Yeah, when you just feel like totally in command, that's when you tend to like actually develop good aim and do well.
Yeah,
It's funny.
I guess either you can have unlimited ammo to take the edge off or smoke a bunch of pot. One of the two. One of them is probably a little easier for you to manage than the other.
Well, in this game, you don't actually use green herbs, so that's not an option.
Yes. Yes, that is what I was referring. Wow, is this Resident Evil or is this...
Yeah, this is the part of the game
Jiminy.
where it gets pretty close to Resident Evil 4 territory.
This is just billion guys.
Yep. This portion of the game is pretty much as over-the-top action as it gets. Which
By the way,
incidentally,
this
it's also my least favorite
this
part of the
portion
game.
of the
so.
stream is brought to you by Displate.
Yeah,
Displate.
right.
If you want a bunch of shitty anime posters, we have you covered. I've
Also,
been trying
let's
to
talk
get
about NordVPN for a moment.
Yeah, it's right up there with Arby's and Harry's shave kit.
Hey, I like
No,
Harry's,
I've been-
for the record.
I've been trying to get into getting posters to cover some of my walls to to go ahead and decorate the house a bit more.
Well, I guess this is a thing they have.
And
Yeah, so posters. Yeah.
yeah, posters. So anyways, yeah, I wanted to get some good book cover posters. No, what I was looking for, couldn't find anything like good Dune posters on Displate or Redbubble. Could find a shitload of Naruto posters, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, but
Interestingly, all of them were just really low-res prints of JPEG images found from Google.
every single one of them, yeah.
That's not good.
Not good for him.
Do you remember Resident Evil 7?
Remember Resident Evil 4? Because this game is really wanting you to.
Do you remember Cornell from Lords of Shadow? Wait.
Yeah, a little bit, actually, now that you mention it. Alright, come here, big boy. Oh, you're dead already.
Oh. Finally, the confrontation with that guy we saw at the beginning of the game.
Eat shit.
Ethan still gets his catchphrase in there.
No, I think that was Duke Nukem's catchphrase, was it not?
shit and fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly what he didn't say.
Yeah, I guess that was a little too raunchy even for the 90s. It's only the era that brought us the Man Show in South Park, but... You know.
Well, I was going to say it's less raunchy, but...
God, you remember the fucking Man Show?
I do. That was with, Adam Carolla, right?
Well, but even more so, it was... Well, not more so, but equally so, it was Jimmy Kimmel as well, who's now, reinvented himself as kind of a moderate, politically savvy talk show host.
Remember when he got in that shouting match with Sean Hannity and threw gay slurs at him?
Remember when he dressed in literal blackface as Karl Malone?
Strangely enough, yes.
He did a great impression, but holy shit. Even in my 10-year-old brain, I was like, this is a little racist.
Come to me. Put all the flask in the altar, and I'm sure you'll figure the
God,
rest
man,
out.
that just dug up a whole bunch of memories. The fucking Man Show.
Remember when he asked random women on the street if they'd have sex with him?
Remember when he paid a 10-year-old boy to ask random women on the street if he'd have sex with them?
Do you think any of that stuff would fly today?
Well, that's kind of amazing. Like, I wonder, like, have there been any, like, has Jimmy Kimmel talked about that at all?
No, he buried it, and it's allowed to be buried because he makes fun of Trump.
Oh,
so,
yeah, okay. That's
so because he's on the correct side of the argument, it's allowed to slip. I
guess. Though I do remember a certain other comedian, like, resigning from his seat in Congress because of that, but whatever.
Oh, God, I was going to say Bernie Sanders, but it was like...
No, it was,
Al Franken?
Yes, Al Franken, thank you.
No, he, quote-unquote, kinda groped someone.
Kinda. How do you kinda grope someone?
Well... Yeah.
Actually, interestingly enough, oh my God, there was another random one that I just remembered. When I became aware of Jimmy Kimmel's kind of new persona, it was the episode of his talk show where he forced Andy Dick off stage for, and I shit you not, making unwanted sexual advances on Ivanka Trump. You know, before she and her family lost their collective minds. Or at least let the public know that they'd lost their collective minds.
When was this?
Well then.
It had to have been about 10 years ago, I'm thinking.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
I mean, I only remember seeing about it in the news and hearing like, oh, Jimmy Kimmel, isn't that the guy who did the Man Show and now he's protecting this innocent woman from a piece of shit like Andy Dick? Yeah. But you know, like, not that... You know, the fact that her father is one of the worst human beings in the world in any way justifies her assault.
Oh, heavens, no.
Yeah,
but,
a horrible thing is a horrible thing, and Jimmy Kimmel absolutely did what was right in that situation, but it was just such a weird, like, jarring thing to see. It was that this guy who kind of built his reputation on harassing women actively... you know, standing up to the harassment of a woman. So,
gee, Chris, it's almost as though it was planned that way, right?
No, that's just Andy Dick being Andy Dick.
It's almost as though he invited Andy Dick on to be an
at the same time as a pretty lady. Yeah,
just strike him down to look good.
That's true. That is fair. I had not thought of that, but no. Oh my God, though, no. Andy Dick absolutely didn't know he was part of a ruse, if that's the case.
And that's entirely plausible.
He just wanted to undress Ivanka in front of a watching crowd of thousands of people.
Come on, I used to watch The Man Show. I thought this was okay, Jimmy.
I thought you were cool, Jimmy. I thought you were cool.
You told me backstage to do this, Jimmy.
Now you're hitting me? Why? Oh, God. It's entirely possible that everyone on stage that night, including Ivanka, was just a piece of shit.
I'm not unconvinced that.
Don't ask how they built this. But
it's all magic, you know.
It's all fucking magic. Strange magic. God, there's another song I haven't heard in a while.
Oh, and it's perfectly aligned.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's a secret elevator built out of stone?
In this primitive village? Yeah, sure.
Not a single wire or metallic piece or anything that would suggest that this even remotely has a shot of working in real life. You know.
It seems like Heisenberg was pretty convinced that you were going to put your daughter back together pretty quickly. Why even cut your daughter into pieces in the first place?
So if you haven't figured it out...
Wow, there's our episode title.
Yeah. Why did I even cut my daughter into pieces? No, so if you haven't figured it out, which you clearly have, Heisenberg kind of wants you to put your daughter back together. It's almost like he's on your side somehow. But let's find out.
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Winters. Welcome.
Have you figured out his accent yet? Because it's still driving me crazy.
But I suppose you survived worse back in America. I like you.
Yeah,
it's kind of like they told him be British, but don't be too British, you know?
No, it's just Huckleberry Hound.
Just Huckleberry Hound. I don't even have a Huckleberry Hound impression on hand here, but
that's okay. I would not expect you to.
Hell's this room? All right, sit back. We got a cutscene. But yeah, dude, that was jarring, man. Fucking The Man Show and 2021, 2022 now. You just can't get away with that shit.
Take me out like the others, and then he gets going.
Not that you ever should have been able to, but at the same time, it's kind of funny that, like, again, people like Kimmel actively built their careers, disenfranchising people less powerful than them. And now we're all just supposed to get on board with, yeah, these guys are champions of the downtrodden.
Take a seat.
And people can change. I acknowledge that, but
Listen,
I'm a little
you're being
skeptical.
played.
That's all I'm saying.
What are you talking about? You think this is a game?
You're actually listening to Heisenberg.
Yeah.
I said six.
This is the most engaging the plot has been so far.
I'll shut up here because this is actually important.
Supersized bitch.
That's a good line.
And I'm a freak.
I wish you were a bigger part of this game.
Don't you get it? It's a test. To see if you're strong enough to be a part of Miranda's family.
I don't want to be a part of Miranda's family.
Neither did I, but here we are.
Why does everyone want Ethan to join their family?
I know. I was just thinking that.
Well, fuck that.
I don't give a damn about your personal issues. I just want to fix my daughter.
So do I. Do you have any idea how powerful that kid is? Even Miranda's scared of her.
Ethan gets home after all of this is over and decides to talk to his father for the first time in 10 years. Welcome back to the family, son.
It's all about family.
Dad, please.
You and me, Ethan. Together, we can go save Rose, and we can use her to grind Miranda into paste.
My daughter is not a weapon. Fuck you.
I don't care how good you were in Devil May Cry 5.
No, Ethan, your answer should be yes.
Yeah, right.
Last chance.
Absolutely, my daughter is a weapon.
You don't want to find out what's in that hole.
I'll take my chances.
This is a good line.
You're few.
See, I kind of wish that the whole game were just your back and forth with Heisenberg, because if there's one villain that almost recaptures the magic of Jack, it's him.
Yeah, it's
Almost.
far and away more interesting than Lady Demetresque.
Yeah, I mean, after you get over the initial, oh, giant lady's trying to kill me thing, there's not much to her.
What the?
Don't ask questions anymore, Nick.
No, I won't say it because that's clearly what they wanted me to say.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah, this place isn't bad, it just goes on a little too long.
Yeah, this game is interesting in all wrong places. Act 4 is where it should not start kicking in.
Yeah, I think you're going to like this overall. It'll be nice because I've now done it like 5 times and can...
Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level.
Yeah, right? 3PO!
Sorry.
3PO, please! But no, the first time you come through here, it's pretty distressing because I remember distinctly feeling during the werewolf sequence, that this is really starting to kind of get ham-fisted like Resident Evil 4, and I'm starting to feel really powerful. And of course, you know how I feel that detracts from survival horror games.
Yeah.
But when you get here, without infinite ammo or anything, you are quickly dispelled of that illusion. Like, enemies become a real threat again. There's some really intense encounters, but not with, like, entire mobs, but with, well, you'll see them shortly, some kind of interesting new monsters, which are pretty cool.
Yeah, it is like there's just large swaths of this game where they just didn't try.
Yeah, so, like, Domitresk Castle, I thought was good exploration. I didn't care for Lady D herself like everyone else did. The second part of the game in the dollhouse I thought was probably its strongest act. And then the Moreau sequence was kind of meh. The werewolf castle I really didn't care about at all. And then, like I said, this part starts off really strong, and then somewhere like around the 18th corridor of it, you kind of start to wear thin on it. But that's only because, sort of exhausting your first time through.
The castle almost kind of felt perfunctory, like this is in the game because
Because
Resident
it was
Evil 7
made for
happened and
interesting
it has to
trailers,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, trailer bait, yeah.
And look how different it is from Resident Evil 7.
Dollhouse was great. I hardly remember any of the Moreau stuff. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the swamp section just, I mean, in any other game it would be kind of an interesting sequence, but here it just kind of feels, I don't know, like I get what they were going for, like let's combine all of the elements of previous Resident Evils that people enjoyed into one thing, but it just feels kind of slapshod.
Yeah, that's kind of something I was thinking about over the break, which was this. I don't necessarily like when games like this feel very video gamey. You know, like how every boss is its own little almost island. You know.
You're right. Like, oh, now you're in my domain.
Now you're in technology land.
Yes,
now
exactly.
you're in castle land.
Yeah.
I get that it's a video game, but it doesn't have to like scream that. But it's fine. Whatever.
Right. But Factory Land is at least the most engaging of the lands.
Yeah. Oh.
Here's one of the new freaks, which, you know, I'm going to make really short work of with my Magnum, but like I said...
This feels very... It was a residential evil.
Residential evil.
Or more
Habitat evil.
Residential evil. This reminds me when the Unkillable is chasing you in Dead Space.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that they're apparently remaking Dead Space from the ground up?
Yes, and it looks decent from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, it was an already good game, and it seems at least on the surface that they're just slapping a fresh coat of paint on it. So,
I mean,
I don't know how much they're adding, if anything.
Give that 10-year-old... No, it's a reboot. It's not a retexture.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so, like, slap that interesting concept on 10 years of, you know,
gameplay
technological advances. That could be interesting.
Yeah, I could be down for that.
Would you freeze it in carbonite?
Yes. That's kind of the central mechanic. We have to find different templates through here and revisit this room and make shit. But yeah, like if that does turn out to be decent, we should make that a Let's Play on this channel.
Oh, I could certainly see that. I know I'm at least going to buy it for my sister because she was interested in that. There's not a lot of accessible horror games.
Assuming that PS5s become commercially available by its release.
I'm still waiting for my rapid COVID test to become commercially available.
Right. All right, you know what?
I will say one thing
about
this game.
There we go.
You're never really at a loss for where to go next. Like, they're very good at indicating what to interact with and what to shoot.
Absolutely. And that's one strike that I have against it, is that unlike some of the older Resident Evil titles, you're absolutely right. You always, like, your next objective is always right in front of you. You can't really get lost in this game.
But it's also not because, like, it's on the heads-up map where there's a red arrow pointing at it. They do it organically.
Yeah. To their credit, they do it organically. But I still like the thrill of discovering something on my own.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like these are really environments that are built for exploration. It looks like,
which is why I enjoyed the castle environment overall, was because that's as close as this game gets to that.
Yeah, you get that element in Castle Lands. This is Factory Land. This is where you fight.
Yeah, Factory Land is like if all of these are just meant to steal different horror tropes, this is Saw.
You know, yeah, that's actually what I was thinking.
You're just in the house of body horror now.
Do you know Chris Rock is doing a new Saw movie?
Did that already come out? Not Sever, Spiral.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not, because it came out without a fizzle then.
Yeah, I mean, I always like when actors break away from the kind of roles that made them famous, so I would absolutely watch a horror movie with Chris Rock.
Oh, it would be interesting. I mean, almost as interesting as, like, Eddie Murphy doing one.
Eddie Murphy in Hostel. You motherfuckers about to get ripped in half.
That would be who's the guy who does all the Medea movies?
Oh, Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry's Hostel.
Tyler Perry presents Hostel. Oh shit! I would watch that. I mean, I haven't really watched any other Tyler Perry movies because, you know, I find the character of Medea to be quite obnoxious. But you know, I guess that's the whole point, though. She's everybody's obnoxious relative.
I guess it came out last year.
Oh, Spiral did come out. Okay, was it any good? What's it say on the internet? Not that the internet's a fair litmus test, but see, this is absolutely horrifying when all you have is a shotgun and a couple handgun bullets.
You know, it stars Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
Wait, Samuel L. Jackson's in it?
Yeah, he's probably.
Why did I say that surprised? Wait, Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
He's almost assuredly digitally de-aged.
Of course. Hey, they made it work for Captain Marvel. They can make it work for Jigsaw.
They literally said that it was going to be Chris Rock's Saw. That's disappointing.
Well, we can always hold our breaths for Tyler Perry's Hostel. I don't know why that's so fucking funny.
Because it is funny. That's why.
Funny. That's good comedy.
This guy who writes all these schlock comedies, like the same movie over and over.
You know, in all fairness, apparently he also does pretty compelling family dramas. I haven't seen any of them, but
yeah, his family dramas are what pay for his coffee. Medea is what pays for his mansion.
There you go.
You know, he knows where he knows where the money needs to be made. Do the artsy stuff.
All right, which one of you unlucky bastards? You there. Why? I wanted to be your friend.
I thought we could join forces against that bitch Miranda. Truly disappointing.
Nick, how many Resident Evils have you and I done at this point?
1, 2, 3.
You and I did the remake of 1, the remake of 2, the remake of 3. You did 7, I've done 8. I mean, that's all the ones that matter.
Yeah, except for Code Veronica.
You're right, Code Veronica. Part of me still holds out hope that there may be a remake for that underappreciated gem somewhere down the line.
100%. I think I had even read that it's happening. I mean,
really?
Those remakes are low effort and they print money.
Because I heard that their next big site is Resident Evil 4. They want to give that game a fucking remake.
No, they're going to give that a bit of a wide berth, I think, because of this. I think that would be too much too soon.
Are the fruits of my
I don't think in the video game industry there's any such thing.
Oh, no, but I'm sure they have analysts who tell them, all right, look, this is going to print you money, but just have Resident Evil 4.5 in the form of 8. Give it a little bit of time.
I still consider Code Veronica to be the true Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, you can't convince me he doesn't sound like Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry Hound.
He sounds like in a very effeminate Hank Hill.
Bobby.
Don't even.
That's
try
the only Hank Hill line. Well, I mean, it's not, but that's the only one that everybody just says when you say Hank Hill. My personal favorite is Alabaster. Atherton. Rooster.
Yeah, just one lines of Hank saying people's names is great.
And being upset about it.
Angrily exclaiming names.
Buck, Con, Dale, Bill, Boompower. You're right, that's like 90% of that show, isn't it?
Yeah, just him exclaiming one-line names.
Yeah, right. Octavio? Min! Peggy! Oh, Cotton. You're absolutely right. You can, and the funny thing is, depending on his inflection, you can almost guess what episode it is.
Yeah.
That's the real genius of Hank Hill.
Mike Judge could write a good series.
God, King of the Hill is excellent. I have no snarky comment about it. It was absolutely one of the best things ever on television.
Well, I mean, it's no Seinfeld, but...
No, but it gets the job done. Wait, did I get a new... I have to slow down here and figure out what I actually got. Huh. I may need to double back and, Alright, now, here I'm back at the elevator. I can't go up yet. Okay, yeah, I do have to keep on going this way. I just started going down random hallways, killing whatever I saw.
That's a valid strategy most of the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as is this game's won't, but, you know.
This part of the game feels like it was lifted from Fallout 3.
Yeah, a little bit. It definitely feels, you know, abandoned, post-apocalyptic industrial, doesn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't put my finger on it until just then.
I need you to open this gate for me, and then I will kill you mercifully. Now you have my permission to die.
I feel like Heisenberg needed to buy 2 hedge trimmers from Walmart, but he accidentally put 20 in his cart by mistake. That's why all these guys have the same arms.
And then sewed them to people.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, well, I got 18 more than I need. What do I do with them?
Right. Alright, so let me see here. Was there something here that I actually needed to get?
How totally different would it be if this was the first act of the game?
Oh my god, yeah. Well, I mean, you would be hopelessly underarmed, but, you know, that's kind of where Resident Evil shines, is when you're outmatched.
I was just thinking, like...
Hey, there we go.
The tone of this section is so different.
It is, yeah. This like I said, this part of the game flirts with some of the best of Resident Evil at certain points.
Yeah, this does definitely have the feel of like the near end of game laboratory you have to go through each time.
Oh yeah, it's definite end game. But was there something that I was supposed to get that I overlooked?
Doesn't your map tell you that?
No, it doesn't tell me like where the significant things are. It only tells me where what rooms I've cleared out. Okay, I'm gonna keep proceeding and see if my memory gets jogged here, because we are making good progress so far. Okay, wait a minute. Hunting ammo, no. Great.
What's in that cabinet?
Just sniper rifle ammo, which I don't need.
Oh.
Like I said, when you have an unlimited Magnum, there's not much of a point in doing anything else. Okay, so here's where we want to go, but now I feel like there's something I failed to pick up here, and I'm not sure what it was. Okay, that's just a random landmine. Okay, maybe we are in good shape. Let's
Well, I guess keep going until you hit your head on a door you can't open, right?
Yeah, right. This is just shotgun ammo. I mean, yoink, but... Oh, wait, I turned the power back on. There we go. I'm smart. Never mind.
Huh. A lot of drama for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Really didn't need to go back and kill that other guy, but, you know, he's dead.
It was just a little bit of seasoning.
Yeah.
To the playthrough.
Oh no, tight corridors. What could be waiting for me here?
Oh no, another guy from the game Biofreaks. I was gonna say, I was pretty sure you shot him in the head.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this without the Magnum.
Yeah, no, it's actually intense. Like, that fight is one of the worst in the game for, like, a common enemy, because you're, like, running up and down here, and it's super claustrophobic, and you have to use this thing to stun him and then shoot him in the back with a shotgun. And yeah, it's good. It's, like I said, I'm not... In a weird way, all of my unlimited
Thank God
ammo...
we don't have to deal with any of that.
Yeah, right. All of my unlimited ammo is doing this section disservice. Oh!
You again?
Oh, now even I saw that coming.
For a second there, I actually forgot where I was going.
Aye.
Aye! Octavio? John Redcorn.
Joe Jack.
Joja. Oh, God. Someone needs to make like a series where they just insert Hank into modern comedies, like disapprovingly saying other people's names. I don't have any off the top of my head, but that would be good.
Nor would I expect you to. Hey, it's 10 o'clock on a Friday, my friends.
What are the kids watching right now? BoJack Horseman.
Got a long way to go.
BoJack's kind of been over for a few years.
Bob's Burgers. He doesn't even call him by the right name.
I don't think anybody in that show is named Bob's Burgers.
The main character, Bob Burger.
Bob Burger.
Bob Burger.
Miranda thinks we're nothing but children.
Seinfeld.
Oh, she doesn't care for us. No. She's long lost.
Excuse me.
This might be more compelling if we had any idea of who Miranda was and what her goals
Don't give a
were.
shit about your family drama.
Hey, an herb. Let's smoke it. You know there's got to be at least one person in the Resident Evil universe who's unaware of, like, the healing property of the herbs. And they're just, like, smoking them all and waiting for the time to pass until they die.
Oh, this also feels like the mines out of the end of 7.
Yeah, a little bit. Which, you know,
Well,
interesting, because...
I wasn't crazy about
Same
that, but it
team.
was over so quick I was not offended.
Yeah. I will say that we've still got plenty of this section to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see? Well, it feels
Oh.
even more so like that when you're actively exhausted by... these guys are the worst, right here.
Because I just hit the point where I'm like, okay, all right, I feel like we're done.
I've seen
I'm
what
ready to
there
be
is.
done. What the fuck?
Yep, these guys are airplane men.
Now you're just fighting the space pirates from Metroid Prime.
Ow! Okay, I'll give you that one for free. But no more. I thought I said no more.
Yeah, I keep locked, it's fine.
There's another one. There's his friend. Where the fuck do you think he's going?
Oh no, it's like the Man-Eaters fight from Demon Souls.
Wait, are you still alive?
I was wondering what you were doing.
I'm like working on his... and he's like, hey, wait a minute. Did I... Why?
You're so close, but if... Okay, you finally landed one.
Alright, now. You there. I'm getting close to you. There we go.
Thank goodness.
I really thought that I had that other one there, and I'm like working on his friend while he's trying to get my attention. Oh, God. Let's see here. I love that Ethan is just like cavalier throwing around at Magnum ammo, the most valuable resource in the game.
The equivalent of just platinum coins.
He's using them to shoot out light bulbs. Taking out birds at the airport, you know.
Like that scene in The Simpsons where Homer's putting the lights out with his gun.
Oh, God. Good times. Homer?
Pork!
I can't tell if you were doing Hank or Homer there. Or both.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You were doing TV Dad, I understand. Hate for this to turn back on.
No, that would be a shame. Thank goodness you put those
Fortunately,
lights
that
out
doesn't
breaking
happen.
it.
I mean, it seems like a really interesting thing that could happen, but it doesn't.
No. Probably very expensive, too.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this just kind of keeps going. And we're ignoring large swaths of it.
That, you know, that's fine.
Because I
I'm
have
fine
no
with
reason
that.
to get a lot of these items.
I'm not saying I'm not enjoying it. I'm just saying that's enough. Oh.
Yeah, no, you're right. Oh, boo.
Okay, all right. That was a cool part. I'm not going to complain.
I would love to see a version of this game where Hank Hill is the star.
A Hank Hill survival
close.
horror game.
Yep. It's got to be
Night
out
of
there
the
somewhere.
propane.
Yeah, right. He thinks he's going on a propane sale, and he gets stuck in like a house of horrors. It never fully dawns on him like the scope of
Mr.
what he's walking
McCorber,
through.
I'm here with your propane. Just open up, and I'd be happy to help you install it.
Is that a dead body? Oh!
The door quietly, the door slowly creaks open. Well, I guess I'll just walk in.
This better not be a prank. This was a crank call, god damn it. Or he never says god damn it. God dang it.
Soon, she'll start her ceremony with your rose.
What do you mean I have to assemble a god dang flamethrower?
For your kid. And for the whole village. But don't worry. I'll stop it. I'll use rose.
How exactly are you controlling metal with your thoughts?
Poor Papa. You're the only one who doesn't see your kid's power.
I would have figured it out eventually.
I'd like to see you try. There's more?
Okay. Exactly. Ethan.
Yeah, boy, ain't that the thought.
Fortunately, we are now approaching the final stretch.
So, I don't get it. Rose's mother and father are infected with a horrible disease, and that gives her super baby powers.
Yeah.
I don't understand this game sometimes. I'm just gonna say it.
She inherited the
understand it.
magic.
What magic?
Ethan magic. Actually, though, there is one... You're right. The explanation is every bit as dumb as you just made it sound. But there is one part of it that I think you'll get a slight kick out of. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll see it until the next episode. Which should be the finale. Which will be the finale.
Okay. That's not a bad length for a game then. Huh?
No. I mean, considering we absolutely blitzed this last part.
Oh, most certainly, yeah.
Oh no, it's dark. Things are gonna jump out at me in my infinite Magnum.
So, during the break, I played through all of, is it Shantae Half Genie Hero?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, why are those games harder than Dark Souls? Those games don't get enough credit. I was like, my god.
I like this little like
Surprisingly
victory pose there.
difficult. I always love those little indie games that kind of launched to not as much fanfare,
Yeah. Though, I mean, like, if you're calling Shantae an indie title, though, which, don't get me wrong, I agree with you, it's almost fair to say that her series basically invented the genre, because if I recall correctly, her first game was a Game Boy Color, correct?
Game Boy Advance, and I think the original creator said it wasn't even profitable for them.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Well, I mean, I guess it's indie. I mean, I don't know. They
It was indie before we had a notion of what indie was.
Well, no, I mean, they literally do get published on large platforms, but I think the last two games were actually done on Kickstarter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know for sure Half Genie Hero was.
Okay. But Shantae in general has always kind of been a tribute to classic platforming.
Yes, and I'm surprised that it's still fairly relevant, I'm glad
absolutely.
that someone is carrying that torch.
They're wonderful little games.
I might be half tempted to play Seven Sirens on the channel at some point.
That'd be cool. You fucking... There we go. That Seven Sirens is the most current one, correct?
Correct, yep, that
With,
is...
like, the ultra
funny enough,
high-res
the
sprites?
Last one that I've not played, you are correct.
Okay, yeah. I would be down for that. I love me some Shantae. And not just for the obvious reasons.
What did I asked my brother, and I was like, I can't put my finger on it because something feels strange. He's like, yeah, it's family friendly sexy.
That's the thing about it. It's absolutely like the drawings are all like super boobalicious, but without any shred of awareness that they're being sexy. Like the game completely does not have sexual undertones to it.
They walk right up to that line and never quite go over it.
Nope. It's just like, hey, yeah, our hero can be completely straight-laced and be wearing a totally revealing costume. We can do that.
I think what it is it's like if you strip out all of the sexiness, you still have really good characters, gameplay, and fun plot. And that's the thing, is like if it doesn't all hinge on that, you don't notice it as much.
Absolutely. It's not like the sexy game that has passable platforming. It's the really good platformer that just happens to have sexiness, right? for whatever reason.
Family-friendly sexy, I guess.
Well, it's almost like they didn't know what to do with it at first, but then they're like, oh, I guess we're serious game developers.
You really are a tough one.
You hear that, Nick? He
Reminds
called
me
me
of,
tough.
Reminds me of Skullgirls back when that was a thing.
Time to die.
Reminds you of what?
Remember the fighting game Skullgirls?
Skullgirls, yeah. That came after Shantae, though, didn't it?
Wait.
was
Kind
like a
of
PS3
after
game.
and during, and then eventually their studio, I guess, disbanded.
Okay. How'd you feel?
I like
this
how
is my least favorite boss in the game, even with the unlimited Magnum.
Is this Heisenberg?
Nope.
Oh,
Heisenberg's
propeller head.
Bullshit. Out of my way.
Propeller head is absolutely the worst part of this game.
I'm not convinced that they just don't have Ethan phoning in the lines for the fun of it. Except that it's not fun.
Come on, you. Let's get this over with.
Oh, it's like the Bane fight in Arkham Origins.
Yeah, except it's claustrophobic, which makes it a pain in the ass, because you can't always... Until he, like, rips down all of these walls. Which, granted, is happening, but...
How did Heisenberg get it into his head that this needed to be made?
It's actually a failed experiment. We didn't read the bit about him, but yeah.
What does the successful experiment look like? Is it just like a jumbo jet with human features?
It's a jumbo jet that can think.
Was he trying to make a Reaper?
He was trying to make something that could love, Nick.
Now, if you kill Ethan, you'll finally become a real boy.
You promise? I promise.
Oh, look at that flame.gif.
Flame.gif. Do it. Do it.
I hope this goes on for another 5 minutes.
Oh my god, you have no idea how long this takes when all you have is the shotgun and a couple grenades. This is the fight that does not give up. Come on. You fucker.
Oh, now he's shooting
That's about
fire.
the worst thing that can happen, is when he shoots it right down the middle of the room. Because then your options for mobility are even more limited. Oh, where did he go? Oh!
He's just kind of stuck in his corner.
Yep.
Thank goodness you
Don't
got
do
the
it
back.
again. Alright, well.
You're taking remarkably little damage.
That's because I've lost this fight a couple of times, and I know his shtick. Ooh! He clipped me there.
Oh, he only clipped you with his propeller blade. You're fine.
I am Ethan, Nick.
That's true.
There we go. That's the best case scenario. When he just hits the wall next to himself. Juan Pedro? Propeller Man. Ooh! Well, stepped right into that, didn't
It's
I?
like this boss fight was directed by Quentin Tarantino, because it goes on
Ooh,
for
shit.
10 minutes longer than it needs to.
Yep. Yep. What? Fucking...
Oh, I thought he was gonna explode.
Yeah,
just breathing more
you
fire.
thought he was done, didn't you? In the face.
Thought he done got.
Ooh! Ooh! Well, I've actively got him running away from me, so...
Well, that's a good place to hide when he does the fire.
Yeah. Did I get him? I think I got him.
How long is this going to go on for?
Now stay down.
There we go.
And that's using the Magnum.
That was using the Magnum. That is a preposterous boss fight on regular circumstances. There's a whole bunch of things I can get in this room that will help me out. I will pick up the gem fluid.
Well, yeah, they kind of owe you after that.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, to be fair, under the right light, that game is meant to, like, suck up all of your ammo and make you think, well, like, what the hell do I have left for Heisenberg?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll see why they do that. But yeah, that thing killed me probably like 10 times my first playthrough.
We're getting close enough to where I feel like your whole thing about the mech suit was just a bad joke.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want a game like this to pull something stupid like that.
What the?
Wouldn't that just be the worst?
What could possibly be happening? See, the thing is I don't know if you're serious or not. That's the best part.
Not bad.
Oh my god, this voice! Alright, I'm looking this up. This is ridiculous.
So stay out of my way.
So Nick, we were saying about that mech suit.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't even see why he felt the need to transform there.
It seemed like he could probably just kill you instantly. Just
Yeah,
throw
right?
some
Like,
of that
it almost
shit
seems
at
like
you.
that would have been the safer thing to do. But hey, we're cool.
That bastard.
See, now at this point, I thought the game was going to make me climb the entire damn factory again. I was about to get real upset, but fortunately, they don't go quite that far.
Damn it again.
Especially because he says that, but we are done with the factory.
Neil Nieborn.
Neil Nieborn is who played him?
Yeah. He is from nothing.
He is from absolutely nothing. That gave him free license to do the goofiest goddamn voice you could think of. Alright, we're going to finish this episode with the Chris Redfield cutscene. Here's where we find out that he's not a bad guy
Why do you
after all.
care, Chris?
He was
killed
from
my
Planet
wife,
of the
you son of a
Apes.
bitch.
You think I killed Mia? That wasn't her.
No, you're kidding.
What?
What?
That part, yeah, it was Miranda.
Who?
She changed her appearance.
The
and pretended
Mia
to be
at the
me.
beginning of the game was actually Miranda.
She also survived being
She's a
shot, so now I'm here
shapeshifter.
to finish the job.
Bullshit.
What?
Why don't you fucking tell me right away?
Because I knew you would want to be involved.
That's a really
Job is
poor
hard
reason
enough
not to
without
tell
somebody
somebody
getting in the way.
that they're living with a monster.
Why us, Chris?
When did this happen?
What
Before the
hell's
game
going
began.
on?
That's dumb.
Yep. It's
is
not
all really
Shakespeare,
dumb.
Nick. Leave it alone.
I guess I owe you an explanation.
Yeah, just a little bit, Chris.
Hand me that wrench.
He's gonna beat my ass with the wrench. It blacks out there because he actually did beat Ethan to death with the
Oh
wrench.
no. Are you guys gonna build a
Long
mech
story
suit
short,
together?
Miranda's fucking insane.
Yes, we are absolutely building a counter mech
monsters
suit
and
to
freaks.
fight Heisenberg.
This is the equivalent of Hank
Some sort of
patching up
crazy
arguments by
experiment.
working on a car with someone.
He
It's all
attached
coming
the
full
chainsaw
circle.
to it.
God damn it.
In all fairness, it is kind of cool to
Save my
pilot.
family. I can't escape from here. I can't do anything.
Not true. You can hop in here and take your family back.
Take a look at this.
A
A man
Nokia?
sent those
What is
pictures
this,
from
1997?
Miranda.
Keep looking.
There's a picture of his penis.
Holy shit, we gotta go.
Relax. My men are monitoring the situation.
But they have
Well,
my
I didn't mean
daughter.
for you to see that, unless you're
You don't
into
get
it.
anything. You don't stand a chance against Miranda by yourself.
I do if you give me your tank.
I will stay down here and finish planting explosives. You take that elevator. I'll meet you topside. I promise you, we will get your daughter back.
I liked you better in Resident Evil 1,
Damn straight we will. And when I find Miranda,
He looks like Russell Crowe.
but I like you a lot better than in Resident Evil 5.
All right, Ethan. Then you take this and do me a favor. Try to stay under the radar.
With a chainsaw tank.
Yeah. It's like all these lines are just horrible.
can't do that.
Just horrible.
So just one day, Mia was dead and Miranda took her place?
Oh no, take note, he didn't say she was dead. But that'll be a story for next time on Play the Hits. Where we're gonna get in that thing.
You thought things were dumb, but things are about to get a lot more dumber.
Dumb and Dumberer, The Awakening. We'll see you next time, Nick.